The Kansas City Chiefs suffered a disappointing defeat that left them in a precarious position, working themselves out of an early season 1-3 hole only to find themselves sitting at 5 wins and 5 losses after Week 11 with their playoff hopes hanging in the balance. Travis Kelce emerged as one of the few bright spots in the loss to Denver with 9 catches for 91 yards and a touchdown, but the veteran tight end made it clear he had no interest in discussing his team's mediocre record with reporters after the game, opting instead to send a message on his way to the locker room stating that if anyone wanted to ask about the record, he could care less about that right now. Kelce's reluctance to engage with the media about Kansas City's struggles made perfect sense given his belief that despite 10 games of woeful inconsistency, his team could still accomplish their goals by finishing the season strong, questioning why anyone would want to spend time talking about a record when 7 games remained in the regular season. The strange reality of seeing the Chiefs at 500 this late in the season represented an unusual position for a franchise normally sitting atop their division, but this latest loss likely meant that any playoff appearance would come as a wildcard team rather than division winners. Remaining games against the Broncos, Chargers, and Colts became must-win situations if Kansas City wanted to continue their playoff streak, while Kelce's frustration with his team's efforts mirrored that of the fan base, but he made it clear the record itself wouldn't keep him awake at night. The struggles in other areas of the team's performance, however, represented a different story entirely, as observers wondered if this might signal the beginning of the end for what had been a great sports empire. All dynasties eventually crumble, and the process is never pretty, leaving questions about whether Kansas City was experiencing that decline or if Patrick Mahomes and company had one more magical run left in them. Kelce had previously contemplated retirement, but largely dismissed the idea of hanging up his cleats, telling reporters in June that he loved football and didn't think about retirement much because he loved coming to work every day. The decision to continue playing hadn't been particularly difficult for him, despite acknowledging he was getting older, because he still felt he had plenty to prove in the league. Those comments came before the disappointing 5-5 start that left Kansas City on the outside looking into the playoff race after Week 11, and before he got engaged to global superstar Taylor Swift. Whether Kelce's recent comments represented nothing more than stress from increased pressure or something more significant remained to be seen, but the rest of the season would be worth monitoring to see if this attitude persisted. Despite the team's struggles, Kelce continued making franchise history when he hauled an late touchdown catch to give Kansas City a fourth-quarter lead against the Broncos. The scoring grab moved him past Priest Holmes for sole possession of the Chiefs' all-time touchdown record, as his 84th career touchdown brought his total to 101 when including playoff numbers. No player in franchise history had reached the end zone more often, making this a truly historic achievement. Kelce now had 4 touchdown receptions on the season, and in typical fashion, his record-breaking score came in clutch fashion. Trailing 16-13 with 10 minutes remaining, Patrick Mahomes turned to his longtime target on 3rd down, and the connection paid off beautifully. Throughout their careers together, Mahomes and Kelce had connected for 76 touchdowns in regular season and playoff games combined, making them just the 3rd quarterback tied in tandem to achieve that milestone. Kelce had tied Holmes' record, which stood since 2005, with his touchdown against the Commanders on October 27th, and a few weeks later, he surpassed Holmes in franchise history. Sitting atop an impressive list of legendary offensive players in Chiefs history, Kelce had earned his place through 13 years and 185 regular season games spent entirely with Kansas City. Unfortunately, the Chiefs suffered their disappointing 19-22 defeat to the Broncos, dropping them to 5-5 and seemingly out of the playoff picture. While Swift had most recently attended a Chiefs game when the team beat Washington at home on October 27th. After a disappointing loss to the Buffalo Bills on November 2nd, the Chiefs enjoyed some much-needed downtime during their bye week, but Travis declined to share his plans with brother Jason Kelce during the November 5th episode of their New Heights podcast. Jason prompted his younger brother, asking what he planned to do during the break, whether anything fun or travel was planned, and requesting details about his personal life. Despite Jason's best efforts, Travis refused to take the bait, simply replying no and emphasizing that while teams obviously set goals at the beginning of the season to win the division conference, and secure home field advantage, making everyone come through Arrowhead. The current situation wasn't reflecting those aspirations. Travis stressed that during his week off he would remain focused on what the Chiefs needed to do to succeed when they returned to face the Broncos, stating he wasn't thinking about playoffs yet, but rather concentrating on how they were going to beat Denver. That challenge would occupy his mind for the next 2 weeks, despite his insistence about focusing on work during the bye week. If you're enjoying these insights into the Chiefs season and Travis Kelce's record-breaking achievements, don't forget to subscribe for more NFL updates and analysis. Travis still found time for date nights with Swift in New York City, as the engaged couple was spotted at the Polo Bar on November 5th and Zero Bond on November 6th. Although Swift and Travis enjoyed occasional joint public outings, the pair were equally happy spending quiet time together at home, according to sources who described them as really chill. On typical nights, they would casually have dinner and figure out what to stream, creating a very domestic and calm atmosphere that contrasted sharply with their high-profile public personas. While their New York date nights generated paparazzi attention and media coverage, the reality behind closed doors was much more ordinary, as sources revealed Taylor and Travis were super simple. People expected glamour when visiting them, but the complete opposite was true, with the couple sometimes wearing sweats and eating takeout in a way that defied expectations. Regarding their impending wedding, plans were progressing well, with both parties very involved in the process, and Taylor finding it cute that Travis wanted to help with the arrangements. Sources indicated the couple didn't want a long engagement, since they were eager to start a family within the next year or so, making their timeline more accelerated than typical celebrity engagements. The end of an era arrived with major revelations, as the biggest bombshell from the full-length trailer for Taylor Swift's upcoming 6-part documentary series wasn't about the tour, but rather about her relationship. Exclusive footage of the couple's playful phone conversations released Thursday, November 13th, provided insight into their dynamic when the reigning pop queen and her NFL tight end came to a stunning realization about their careers. Taylor, 35 and looking flawless, allegedly told her fiancé that they basically had the same job, while Travis, 36, shot back that she had teammates and he had teammates. Taylor's response became the most relatable line of the year, as she threw her head back laughing and quipped that while he had Coach Andy Reid, she had her mom. This exchange perfectly captured the Taylor Swift experience in a nutshell, as the comparison highlighted the similarities between performing for millions and competing in professional sports. The documentary promised to lay bare the entire courtship between the Chiefs star and the pop sensation for the world to see, including all those times Travis left the locker room for the audience and even joined her on stage. The real relationship validation came from the ultimate authority, Queen Mother herself, Andrea Swift, who provided the tear-jerking endorsement in the trailer, stating that Travis Kelce brought a lot of happiness. If Mama Swift approved, then the relationship was officially canon and everyone could celebrate accordingly. Subscribe now to stay updated on all the latest developments in this high-profile romance and the Chiefs' playoff push. The trailer for both the documentary series and the concert film Taylor Swift: The Eras Tour, the final show, promised exclusive behind-the-scenes moments, including massive PDA displays between the couple. Viewers would see Travis Kelce rehearsing for the iconic "I Can Do It" with a broken heart costume change skit, which he famously performed at Wembley, demonstrating his dedication to supporting Taylor's career. Cameras also captured Taylor being the ultimate wife, supporting her man, screaming from the stands in her Chiefs merchandise when she wasn't performing on stage. According to the press release, this Disney Plus special would provide an intimate look at Taylor's life and the inner workings of the Eras Tour phenomenon, making it much more than just a concert film. This represented the full-access, tea-spilling deep dive that fans had been waiting for, requiring everyone to clear their schedules, because missing this comprehensive look into one of entertainment's biggest power couples would be unthinkable. The combination of Travis's record-breaking achievements on the field, his team's struggles to reach the playoffs, and his high-profile relationship with the world's biggest pop star created a perfect storm of storylines that would captivate audiences throughout the remainder of the season and beyond.